Hola, you amazing artist. There is a video that I posted a while back of me building my walls, my festival walls. And a lot of the questions that I've gotten from you when it comes to the walls is how do you put them up? How do you make them stand up? I didn't mention that in the video because I kind of left that open to you deciding how you wanted to do it. But I decided to put this video together because a lot of you have asked me that question, and I want to make sure that there's any confusion when it comes to building your own walls and putting them out there. As you can tell, this video is not the typical kind of video that we do. We had family come into town. We went off to Chicago for a wedding, and then we had more family come into town, and then we had some friends come into town. So we are now in the studio. I've got commissions that I'm working on. Clee has commissions. We're also getting ready for a big solo exhibition that's going to take place at Graffiti Gallery for the month of August, for next month. It's a busy month. I'm also recording an audiobook. So this is a very quick impromptu video because I wanted to answer that question for you guys. And so in order to do that, let's go to the garage where I have my walls. We'll walk in here and say hi to Clee so that Clee can say hi.
Hello.
So I'm just doing a quick video on the walls real quick.
Right on.
Because yeah, we have everything going on. Also, take a look, you guys. This is the office, and then this is the gallery. I'm not sure if I've given a proper tour. If you guys want a proper tour here on the main channel. I know we gave a tour on the adventure channel, but if you want a tour on here of our new lovely abode, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. By the way, this house has all the stairs, so we're about to go climb some to get to the garage. We moved in about 8 months ago, I want to say, or 7 months ago, and so we're still in the process of getting everything ready. Our garage is a 2-story garage. So this bottom part is going to be for lapidary and ceramics. And I'm going to do a woodworking studio upstairs. And our studio that you just saw me in was in the basement of our house, which is nice. Today was garbage day. Pay no mind to the garage. The garage has not been organized yet. I'm waiting for cooler months to organize the garage. Okay, so as you can see over there in this mess, I have 2 sets of walls. I have my tall walls, and then I have my short walls. Move this stuff so I can show you guys. All right, hopefully there's no bats. Okay, no bat in that one. Okay, so my short walls, I want to say that these are about 4 feet tall. And basically what I did was I put them on hinges, as you can see, right? So they kind of stand on their own. I've got 2 sets of these, so I'll usually zip tie them together and form an accordion. So like I use these when I need something freestanding. That's what I do. Just hinges, 3 sets of hinges to keep them together. And then I have these handles, 2 on each side, 1 on the top. And I use that in case it's windy out to be able to zip tie it to maybe the canopy or something like that. The one thing to always keep in mind when you're doing a show is that if it's windy out, you want material that the wind's going to be able to get through. However, you also have to keep in mind that your paintings are there, so your paintings might go as a sail. On days where it's really, really windy, I'll actually lay these down and then I'll hang my artwork on the sides. Then what I'll do is I'll hang weights off of these guys here just to keep it from moving around. So that's what I do with the little guys. Also on the bottom of these, I put these things. I don't know what these are. Those are the little, I don't know. You buy them at the hardware store and they're footings. I know they're not called footings. They're something. Let's move this. Make sure there's no... Okay. All right. So my tall walls... The taller walls are pretty much the same thing, the same concept. Like I have them on a hinge. As you can see, there's 3 hinges there. The only difference is that these walls are the height of my canopy. So you measure your canopy height up to where the side of the canopy is, and then I zip tie the top of the walls to my canopy, and they're on a hinge. So a lot of times you could play around with the configuration. I've got 2 of these walls, so both of these walls I could zip tie to each other and the canopy, or just have them on the corners. Pretty much it's up to you. And these I have them on the footer thingies too, except these have the little roller footing thingies, just so that they're easier to roll around. To be honest with you, I designed the walls the way that I did so that I would have more flexibility on how I set up for a show. So for example, there were times when it was windy, or like Clea and I had an area where there wasn't room for a canopy, where I would literally put both walls, the other wall is way back there, so I'm not going to get it, but I would put the other wall zip tight here and basically create a cube, and people were able to walk around the cube. And yeah, so I mean, that's the thing with them, is they give you the flexibility to figure out how it is that you want to set it up in your booth. You could also pretty much have one panel of these and zip tie them long ways across your booth and hang artwork there. So it's up to you. You decide the height, the length, you know, whatever fits in your car. Obviously these fold up because they need to fit in the car. It's up to you to decide how it is that you want to put these walls together and how you want them to stand up. Really, at the end of the day, you get to choose and decide how it is that you're going to do it and what you're going to use. For festivals, these walls have come in handy. I built these particular walls, the big ones. I built these, I want to say 10 years ago, and I still use them for shows. This shade cloth material is very durable. And the short ones I built, I want to say maybe about 5 years ago, and as you can see, they're, you know, they're a little bit beat up, but they still look good. And I hang heavy wood pieces on here. It's just, you want to make sure that they are secure, right? That this is not going to be bendy or whatever. One of you in particular have built these walls, and you were saying that they're like very, I don't know, that they're not strong enough. You want to make them secure. You want to make sure that they are rigid and solid and are not going to bend or break or anything like that. That's why, as you can see, I have screws all the way holding these things, and then I have these brackets here on the corner. They're not very difficult to build. If you watch the video, I'll put a link to the video of where I built these walls below, so you can see how it is that I built them. Build the walls and then figure out how you're going to put them up. Get creative with it. We're artists. We get creative. And that's it, you guys. Hopefully that was helpful for anybody that had questions. I know we've gotten a lot of questions since that video came out, and I haven't had the chance to answer them. We've got a lot of work ahead of us this month. We're still going to be doing a few videos whenever we get the chance. Just wanted to post something just to let you guys know that, like, hey, we're still here, we're doing stuff. It's just been very, very crazy, and I'm doing everything possible to not be, you know, get burned out or anything like that. So if it means that some things got to fall to the wayside for a little bit, they will, and that's just how it works. You got to take care of you. And that's it. Other than that, I will say goodbye. You guys are amazing. I adore you. I'll let Clea say goodbye since she's right here.
Goodbye.
Adios.